In this video, I will show how to sew a stitch called blanket stitch. I mainly use this stitch for sewing felt toys, which consist of 2 layers of fabric. Take the needle and pass it between the 2 layers so the knot is hidden between the 2 layers. Insert the needle about 3 mm below the top edge and pull through. Insert the needle from the backside at the same point where the thread comes out of the fabric and pull until a small loop is formed. For the first stitch, pass the needle through the loop twice while keeping the thread taut above and tighten the stitch. For the next stitch, make it the same distance as the length of the stitch itself. Ensuring that the length and width of the stitches are consistent will enhance the overall aesthetic and create a beautifully neat sewing result. Pull the thread until a loop is formed. Pass the needle through the loop once and tighten. Repeat this process for a few more stitches in the same manner. There is another method to sew this stitch, which is the method I prefer to use. Insert the needle at the desired point for the next stitch, but instead of pulling it out all the way, stop in the middle. Wrap the thread around the needle, then pull. I find this method much more convenient when working with a long thread, as it makes the sewing less complicated. Continue sewing a few more stitches using this method. When you want to finish the work, tie the last stitch as follows. Pass the needle through the stitch until a loop is formed, then pass the needle through the loop while holding the knot as close to the fabric as possible. To hide the thread, pass the needle between the 2 layers close to the stitch we made. If possible, tie an additional tight knot between the 2 fabric layers. Trim the excess thread. And there we have the blanket stitch.